Okay, this is hair, I guess.
I mean, I guess I'm also going to assume all the parts it shot off are just E-carbon.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they could just grab all of that shit and run. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Mobile Suit Gundam 00.
I mean, 00 would not be wrong. Just sound weird.
I mean, it is 2 zeros.
Yeah, I said it wouldn't be wrong. It would just sound weird.
No, I'm saying, would it sound weird? We call it
I guess it
007.
Yeah.
I mean,
Naming convention?
is there anything else that we say 00 for?
Not really.
So why did we do a 007? Why is 007 natural now?
I mean, it's like people say don't say 111, they say 111, right?
I say 111.
No, for the fighter plane, just bomber, really.
I've never had anyone tell me that.
Yeah. Or the 117 or the.
I mean, now we've normalized 911 and 911, so that's.
Yeah. Well, 9/11 is because it's September the 11th.
Yeah, I know, but we have that now. 9/11 and 911.
911, yeah.
The only difference being naming a hyphen.
Yes. 2 hyphens in one.
No, one hyphen is the difference. 9/11 is separated by 1 hyphen. 911 is separated by 2 hyphens. So it's a difference of 1 hyphen.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I don't know why there's no other double O's. I mean, my previous, I think we talked about this in the previous opening. So they're doing it again. The thing is, I said you could just call him 7, and I realized after that I was wrong because he's 00 because that's the moniker of the agents. Like, there's never going to be a 011, right?
Yeah.
This would be a 00, I guess, possibly 0 through 9?
1 through 9.
You could have a 000.
Yeah, but that
you can already see how that movie's going to go. He's the pre-agent before we started doing the 00 program or something, and we retroactively gave him the 00 title. We had already had an Agent 1 by the time we decided to designate him, or an Agent 1 through 9. He's 000. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's 00. Maybe you do go constantly. It's 0011. Not, 3 numbers only.
Some of them have been mentioned. I think 005 and 006, I think, have been mentioned in several movies. Like, we lost contact with 005. Like, oh, well, fuck him then, I guess.
I'm not big into Bond. I've only watched, the recent Bonds and then, GoldenEye and...
I watch all of them.
I think there was another Pierce Brosnan one that I watched. I just can't remember what the other one was.
I watch all of them except for, I think, the last 2 or the last one, I think. Yeah, the last one I watched was fighting... They discover who actually Blofeld is and blah, blah, blah. So,
I don't remember much of the Daniel Craig stuff. I just watched it, and that was it. So, the last one was obviously where he dies on the island with the missile attack, because he was already infected by the virus or whatever it was anyway, so.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Well, now you know how it ends. I also watch an anime. I watch an anime podcast, which is very popular, and even though I can't remember what its fucking name is, where one of the two is constantly spoiling anime, and it's real. I'm that guy for anything I talk about.
Yeah, there being 5 bombs, 5 bombs, 5 bonds so far.
I mean, I remember the after hours clip about if they're different people or the same guy. Because I remember the consensus was it's the same guy.
With Sean Connery reprising the role not once but twice in Diamonds Are Forever and Never Say Never Again.
I was going to guess From Russia with Love.
No, I mean true. He reprised it. That was the second movie.
Lessons. I already told you I didn't watch anything that era. I was thinking A Shot in the Dark.
Well, you were right. He did reprise it. Technically speaking, he did reprise the role because his first role was Dr. No. Second one was.
Was that the one with the gold paint?
No, that's Goldfinger.
See? Guessing in the dark. I got no idea.
Yeah.
I remember some argument. Oh, because that wasn't the thing that the gold paint prevents your skin from breathing and it kills you or something like that?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. Well,
to be fair, what they should have gone with was blood poisoning or something shit. It covered you in toxic paint. Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, and I think Goldfinger is the third because From Russia with Love is the second. Goldfinger, I think, is the third. Then there was another Bond, which I always forget his name, and His Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, God. I do know it, but I can't think of it now. He's the one.
He
They drop a guy through a chimney, don't they? Like an industrial chimney. He's the one who's
no,
like,
no,
that's
no.
when the wife
That's
dies.
no, that's not it. That's what's his name? He was the Bond of the 1970s and 80s.
It sounds right.
Moore. He was that was Roger Moore.
Yeah, Roger Moore. That's the
And
one
the
I
guy
was
who gets
going to
dropped.
try and guess at. That's the only one I thought,
Yeah, that
oh,
was
that's
the
the name I
first.
remember.
That was Roger Moore's first movie. It wasn't Octopussy. I don't know which movie it was.
Well, he was only a Bond
but
in
yeah.
one movie. That's all I know about that.
No. Roger Moore is not the guy you're talking about.
Oh, it is the
And
guy
that's not
I'm
the movie
talking
either.
about. It's not the guy you were
No.
talking about.
You're talking about is the one where Bond gets married. And his wife gets killed at the very end.
No, Roger Moore's the movie after that. Because Roger Moore is at the grave lamenting about.
That's when I was talking about Sean Connery returns in Diamonds Are Forever. Then Roger Moore does a bunch of movies in the 70s. And then in the 80s, briefly, and there's a question of whether or not Never Say Never Again is Sean Connery's. It's actually Bond. It technically is, but not in continuity, because the title really says, "Oh, Sean Connery says I'll never be Bond again," and then you're like, "Yeah, we're gonna give you this bunch of money." Oh, okay, I'll be Bond one more time. And it's a one where he explained the video game that if you lose, you get electrocuted, right?
I don't know the plots of all the Bond movies. I have enough to guess at a lot of it, obviously, apparently, but I haven't watched any of these except for maybe I saw not a clip. I literally was watching TV with my grandpa in a room once, and I remember the car goes over and top of the thing in the waterway.
Yeah, that's 6 Bonds. I said 5, and it being 6 because I forgot. Then on the late 80s.
I'm so sorry, Lessons. That means you don't win the grand prize today.
Yeah, there were 2 movies. I forgot what his name was. He did 2 movies back to back. Then Pierce Brosnan took over in the 1990s.
Which is where I saw any of them. Because again, GoldenEye.
Then Daniel Craig revived the show in the late 2000s.
The show.
2010s. Pierce Brosnan. Last movie that Pierce Brosnan did was in many ways a remake of Diamonds Are Forever. At least the plot anyway. Giant laser thing from space.
I mean, Thunderbolt?
No, Thunderbolt is about a missing British bomber.
No, I know it's not the space laser one. It's just the joke.
Oh yeah, Thunderbolt was the third movie.
No, the joke in if you've ever watched Epic Rap Battles of History, James Bond versus Michael Myers. What's his Austin Powers. James Bond versus Austin Powers. Yeah. You remade Thunderbolt 2 bloody times. That was the joke that they made in there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know anything about Thunderbolt, but I don't know what the remake of that would be. So if you're saying it's basically the same plot as that one, Epic Rap Battle of History, man, they don't sleep on getting the facts right for their rap battles.
No. So. Well, there's 2 or 3 times where Bond is in a pool and has to fight sharks in one, and then another one he has to fight piranhas. So I guess that would be an element of releasing Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt is about the underwater fight as well, which then gets copied into another one from Roger Moore, which is the space one, where there's a fight in space. Actually, Roger Moore has 2 movies where there's submarines that are operating, and they shoot each other and nuke each other in the middle of the ocean. And then there's Octopussy, that was in the late 70s.
The 1965 James Bond film. Sorry, I cheated. Thunderbolt was unofficially remade as Never Say Never Again, 1983, which is why some consider it to have been made twice.
Yeah, I think it's the same plot line.
Sean Connery's return, plot similarities, follows a similar storyline to Thunderbolt, featuring an aging Bond brought out of retirement to stop Spectre from stealing nuclear weapons. It's not official, though. No. Not produced by Eon Productions.
Gold.
It's released the same year as Octopussy.
I've been ready all this time, by the way, so,
What do you mean ready? We're recording. This is in discussion.
Yeah.
Do you not remember where I did the opening and then we started talking about what 00 comes from? Or
Yeah, that's right. We went so far into 007 lore that I was like,
I thought about it. It's like the element is I don't know, maybe we had a James Bond fan in the audience. This will play to. Also, it's something that you were on the ball for. So it's like, I don't know, just keep it going, I guess. I don't give a shit about Bond, but I had enough knowledge to throw some stuff out.
I used to be better at this whole thing than before. I'm just blanking out on who am I missing, because he did two movies and I can't remember before Pierce Brosnan.
Also, I was thinking, I don't remember what movie you said Roger Moore was in, but I thought it was His Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah, that was in Roger Moore.
Well,
That
that's
was
the
a
one then. That's
one-time.
the one that would be the standout for me. That's not Sean
Yeah,
Connery.
but the scene that you're talking about
No,
doesn't
I mean the
happen.
movie that doesn't
Yeah,
have
Her Majesty's Secret Service, yes, in Her Majesty's Secret Service. In fact, there've been 2 Casino Royales because the first Casino Royale was a spoof of James Bond
on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
on Her Majesty's. Yeah.
Lazenby. George Lazenby.
Yep.
Well, I didn't think you mentioned him before. That's the one.
No, that's why, because I was blanking out.
Well, that's what I was saying. The one that I
Yeah.
remember also had somebody that was not in the other Bond films was Lazenby. Maybe I was getting Lazenby and Roger Moore mixed up.
Yeah.
Isn't Lazenby only in one?
Yep. That was the only one.
That's the guy I'm remembering, and that has the scene as you were just trying to correct me on with the funeral. Because I remember because all my information comes from unrelated shit. The After Hours sketch, that was one of the proofs that each of these guys is not the same person. Because I think Lazenby says something about the other guy wouldn't have done this. Yeah. Referring to what would have been themselves.
But Roger Moore is the same guy because in the first movie he appears, he actually puts flowers on the grave of his dead wife before Blofeld tries to kill him, and he takes over the helicopter the Blofeld is flying and jumps in and down the chute and kills him. And that's it. That's the end of Blofeld, right?
Until he reappears, because all of the movies are in continuity.
Yeah, and well, I think the Craig.
I don't think it was ever stated that Daniel Craig is a reboot. I think it was just exploring times not seen.
It seems like a reboot,
like his early days as Bond.
Yeah.
No. Wait. Yes. Sorry. The element that the AI loads after your first results. So the first result I caught on a Google search is Daniel Craig's Bond a reboot. Was people say, no, it's not a reboot. And then the AI pops up. Yes, Daniel Craig's era as James Bond was a complete and official reboot of the franchise. Can't trust people on Reddit. It reset the continuity, showing Bond earning his 007 status and operating in a more grounded and emotional and modern reality, ignoring the storylines of the previous 20 films. Well, did not know that. So I guess explaining how Blofeld is alive and not having to explain why he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
So join us for some more of our 007 podcast. Stone-faced sevens? 00 reactions.
Yeah.
00 stones. Be easier to make art for that.
That's a quad right there.
I don't know, man. This is your thing. You led us down the 007 route.
No, actually, you did.
I introduced the idea that we say 00 for 007.
Yeah.
And then you went the whole James Bond thing.
Well, I used to be a fan. I'm still kind of a fan. There was even an animated series called 007 Junior.
Yeah, I'm aware. James Bond. Sorry, that's not
James
the
Bond
name of
Jr.,
it. That's not the name of it, though. You're getting that wrong. Unless I'm remembering, there's a lot of 80s cartoons that featured famous people.
Yeah. It's a James Bond Jr., I think it was, not 007.
Yeah, okay, that was it. Because that's the thing. It's not James Bond's kid, though.
No.
It's like his nephew or something like that, or he's completely unrelated. I just remember that was the thing. Because 80s cartoon knowledge.
Yes.
Not all of it, but there's a lot in there, like, little tidbits, like James Bond Jr. is not related to James Bond. I was about to look up young James Bond, but I think I was thinking of young Indiana Jones, which is another of those kind of things.
That was a live action series, actually.
Yeah, I know. I've gone to this whole cartoon thing. But, but it also featured segments with Harrison Ford, I think, was in that too.
One episode. I think it was the last episode.
Well, I put it into the same category of the Back to the Future cartoon, which had live action segments with Doc Brown between the cartoon segments.
I mean, he appears in the last episode. He's in a cabin telling the story about one of his final stories about what he was when he was younger. And then he just, because it was produced by Steven Spielberg and,
Well, I mean, it's entirely on the back of, what was it? Second movie?
The Last Crusade.
Well, the third movie then.
Yeah. Because that's when we see a young Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Rushes back with the thing to his dad, and his dad's just like, give it back to them. And then he gets his ass beaten on a ship later by the older version of the same guys. It's the origin of the hat. You wonder why they had a movie in the Star Wars universe about where to get the jacket. Because they were very successful one time with proving where he got his hat from.
In fact, that movie was the first movie I ever saw rented and saw as a VHS. Anyway, I think we should get back to watching what we're about to watch. What do you think?
I mean, it was up to you. You started the conversation, and I'm horrible at ending conversations. Intentionally. Sometimes I'm so obtuse and aggravating that conversations just get ended.
Yeah.
All right, I guess we're going to go into the next one without talking about anything that happened before because we've wasted a lot of time on James Bond and somehow Indiana Jones as well. So let's go ahead and hop on into it.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
We're still in Tokyo. And we're back with Louis and
Well, we never left. She said she wanted to take her home, but it never happened yet.
your companions, all right? Oh, that's cute.
I told you they're my favorite.
やっぱりママの見立ては正しかったよね。あら？どうも。あなたを招待した覚えはありませんけど。
Damn, Mom, what the hell?
Well,
That's
she
a
wanted to
boyfriend,
leave.
right?
She wanted to leave him behind anyway. So
私が弱いのね。よく言われます。なら、はっきりと言って差し上げましょう。おかえりなさい。はい。ダメ。でも、おかえりなさい。ダメったらダメ。
again, they're my favorite too. And remember, his sister also came up to him and says, I don't think she's any good for you. She's like, I can hear you. So both of them are getting it from both sides.
いえ、敵の目的は私たちじゃない。ガンダムを露獲する気だわ。
Hence the title of the episode.
知っているぞ。僕はあの機体を知っている。
Okay, I'm going to go into that real quick. But I just want to say unapologetically, because I didn't want to interrupt what was happening there, vis-a-vis all the nonsense I've already talked. I could go with a remove all of the Gundam stuff and the world politics, and just a slice of life comedic romance between Luis and Saji.
As a manga, I think it would really be nice.
No, I mean, maybe like a 4-episode OVA or something. Just a side story of them and their daily life, and Saji's weak will and Luis is like too pushy. Just like, be interesting. Also, the element of he would only know that mobile suit from the last time he encountered it.
Yeah.
The I know you, I know you. I can't feel like it implies that he knows who they are from shared history or anything.
Would be, though.
No,
In my theory about
but I
them
mean,
and
the element
super
is that he
soldiers.
says, I know that mobile suit.
Yeah.
That mobile suit has only been around since the last time.
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Well, I mean, I still have my theory that they're from the same experimental superhuman.
Right, I'm just basing on what he says, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stopped talking.
enough.
It's for you to have a space in the opening to say your piece, but when you don't say anything, you're just letting the opening play. Like right now.
Yeah. Just watching. It's a good episode. It's a
You
good intro,
can't
by
just
the
watch
way,
the
so.
opening lessons. You do that in your own time.
I actually skip it in my own time.
I don't. I don't even much like it, but I still watch the whole thing. I say that, but now I'm getting hints of like Zeta from it. So I just listen to it by comparison now.
Yeah.
And I think it's better than Zeta's opening.
それに反発する世界は人類革新連盟軍特務部隊長部による特秘作戦を敢行。司令官セルゲイ・スミルノフの戦術に4機のガンダムは
Again, they still just didn't bring enough mobile suits.
その戦火の中パレルやハプティズムの前に
Even if they're trying to separate them,
長兵一号ソーマ・ピーリスが
Iron Man Peach?
2人の出会いは
They're all still in the same general area.
Yeah.
The firepower to take on a country.
中佐、羽根付きの動きが妙です。特殊粒子も出ていません。
機体の変調か、それとも罠か。
中佐、私が先行します。
カーボンネットを使ってからだ。民中へ。
You know, they say the best way to escape from a trap is with another trap. I guess they'll prevent it from transforming.
Yeah.
来るな。来るな。
I guess he does know that suit.
相対速度同時
Can't be, though, because they just developed
接
it.
触します。
この声は。
聞こえるか。全員中央ブロックに集まれ。
I mean, how do you know they was him?
集まるんだ。
Because he's only just hearing him.
あの時と同じ若いパイロットの声。だがなぜ苦しむ。ピール少尉を拒んでいるのか。
That's a bit of a leap.
もしや。
For all you know, he's in there having gallstone problems. Yeah, but he knows nothing about the other guy.
Yeah.
He only knows her. He didn't know Alleluia.
外部からの。
もしそうであるとすると、影響を与えた人物は少尉と同じグリア細胞を強化され、能量子波を使うものに限定されます。
ピール少尉と同類。
中佐、パイロットの意識が途絶えました。
了解した。各機羽根付きを4番艦に収容後、安全領域まで離脱。ユアン軍曹は本隊へ合流し、
I don't know.
対信号を送れ。
Maybe first thing you do is take him out of there. Otherwise, he can wake up and do something. I don't know how much benefit it is to lower the lights in the cockpit.
Oh, well, I mean,
Again, maybe you should have done that first. I mean, we can all see where this is going to end up.
yeah, he's gonna wake up and
She's not there,
そのような気持ちがあります。
so she can't keep him subdued if she's not there.
させることが私の全てです。中佐、熱源が来ます。
oh, screw those two guys in particular.
Hey, most of them moved out of the way.
Yeah.
この攻撃はデカブスか。
ガンダム。
Hey, units, no two of you be in a line together.
Yeah.
別動隊がいたとは。何？敵輸送艦からキュリオスの反応。敵に鹵獲された。なんという失態だ。万死に値する。
Remember, they sacrificed an entire mission to protect one of the Gundams. Certainly not going to let one get captured.
中佐、敵が射撃態勢に入りました。4番艦を狙っています。
味方がいるのが分かっているはずだ。それでも撃つというのか。
アレルヤ・ハプティズ。君もガンダムマイスターにふさわしい存在ではなかった。
That's what their teamwork amounts up to. Each of them thinks the other one is not worthy of being a Gundam Meister.
ティエレンとは違う。新型か。二度も避けた。
中佐、ここは私に任せて羽根付きを。
フィリス少尉。4番艦は指定中域で待機。羽根付きからパイロットを引きずり出すのを忘れるな。
Again, literally do that as fast as possible.
輸送艦が戦いっきでバージに対抗する気か邪魔はさせない至近距離なら弾を弾かれても
Even if they're deflected, what? Doesn't seem to be doing
No
anything.
kinetic impact though.
Yeah, but to what effect? None.
私の倒すよこいつ
中佐少尉の機体が
分かっているモビルスーツ隊はピーリス少尉を援護しつつペガブスの路学作戦に入る
Again, it just seems like if nothing can penetrate that shield, ignore all of this and just fly at the transport. I think you could probably just fly through these people.
邪魔はさせないそうだこの声はああそうだあの時の女の声だ
You see the lights come on, it's like, oh, well, we're all dead.
Yeah. Oh, my,
中佐船体が内部から破壊されて
I mean, again, couldn't get him out. I guess you should have restrained him more.
Yeah.
4番艦の反応が消えたなんということだ全ては私の判断ミスしかし手裏で帰るわけにはいかん
Opposite of the way I would have gone in that one.
Yeah.
I think this was your best chance and you just fucked it up. Retreat.
機体から特別なものを感じるベーダこれは
Huh?
新手か中佐
敵の砲撃後作戦を開始する
Again, my difficulty is that I always tell the difference with them, mainly by their hair. And their masks cover their hair color, so I can't tell who anyone is anymore.
That's a smart thing to do.
But also, what mostly useless missiles? Why don't you just have a thing on your thing to fire the gel itself? Quick, fire some gel into that thing.
Yeah.
このデカブツはジーレン6機の推進力を上回るというのか少尉首でも腕でも構わん奪い取れ
We're getting something today. Yeah, it seems like they had more gel to work.
Okay, this is hair, I guess.
I mean, I guess I'm also going to assume all the parts it shot off are just E-carbon.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they could just grab all of that shit and run.
ガンダムなどれ 目標を消滅させる。
Yeah, I think it's time for you guys to run. It's like, yeah.
Well, at least grab a piece while you're running.
なんという失態だ。こんな早期にナドレの期待を
Yeah.
晒してしまうなんて。
Break out on the other guy for showing him
計画
moves.
を歪めてしまった。ああ、ベーダー。俺は。僕は。
Okay.
私は。
This universe's
it's-
version of a coordinator? Like,
Mhm.
don't know what the eyeball thing was.
No, we've seen it before. We
Have
saw
we?
it with what's his name? Tetsuna when he
Who?
sort of powered up and
Who?
Tetsuna. Tetsuo.
I don't remember that ever happening with Setsuna.
撤退信号が。
Also, because I believe it had happened with Setsuna before. You would have mentioned it in a note section at some point.
やっとこか。
No, remember when he was fighting what's his name?
Tell you what, after when we get to the credits, you tell me what your note
Yeah.
section said about it. Just look up the eyeball
I
thing
didn't
or
put it in
whatever.
my notes section.
Well, if you're not going to prove it, lessons, then this isn't a discussion.
急いでキュリオスとバーチェの回収に向かって。
了解。
ハレルヤ。ティエリア。
少尉、機体の状況は。
Hallelujah is a very inconvenient name.
無理ですが、航行に支障ありません。
そうか。これほどの規模と人員を駆使して一機すら露獲できんとは。
中佐、前方より接近する物体があります。
何？羽根つきか。
見つけたぜ。ティエレンの高機動徴兵仕様。ああ、間違いねえ。散々パラ俺の納涼支派に干渉してきやがって。てめえは同類なんだろ。そうさ、俺と同じ。体をあちこち強化され、脳をいじくり回されてできた化け物なんだよ。
行きます。
少尉、その機体状況では。
いい度胸だな。
I mean, what's the other option? Just die as you are? Yeah, I mean, it's doing no damage at this point. Why even dodge?
わかるんだよ。
少尉と共に離脱してください。
何？
中佐と少尉の能力は勝負に必要なものです。敵討ち願います。
No, not this guy.
Random dude who
邪魔すんなよ一般兵。命あっての物種だろうが。
Oh, Ming. We did see Ming before. He is not a nobody.
yeah.
He was introduced to die in an episode later.
Yeah.
Well, also don't waste the time he's buying you by just sitting there and
Yeah.
watching.
なんだ？仲間見捨てて行っちまうのか？やることが変わらねえよな。人格さんはよ。
いつかお前たちは報いを受ける時が来る。我々が築き上げてきた国を、秩序を乱した罰を。
そんな大層なもんじゃねえだろ。人を改造して兵士にするような社会にどんな秩序があるってんだ。そんでもって俺は女に逃げられて少々ご立腹だ。だからさ、楽には殺さねえぞ。そうよ、一方的な暴力になすすべもなく命をすり減らしていく気分は。
The good guys.
こいつは命乞いってやつだな。最後はなんだ？ママか恋人か。 今頃走馬灯で子供の頃からやり直してる最中か。やめろアレルヤ。あ、待てよアレルヤ、今いいところなんだから。やめてくれ。何言ってんだよ。お前ができないから俺がやってんだろ。
Yeah, like the little kid that wasn't.
ああそうかい。分かったよアレルヤ。まったくお前にはかなわねえよ。なんてな。楽しいよな。
I mean, he was probably already dead anyway. Cooked alive in his suit.
But I wonder what led to him to be so messed up
Crazy?
in the head. Yeah.
しかし
ガンダム
Oh, they brought in a chorus.
なぜだ。なぜなんだアレルヤ。どうしてそんなに人を殺したがる。
So he has split personality?
本質だとでも言うのか。もしそうなら僕は人でなしだ。
I guess I do have a lot of emotional content here. They're not that emotionless after all.
You say. My argument has always been about Setsuna.
No.
My problem with the team may just be me. Because again, I tell you, when they wear their helmets, I can't tell them apart, which means I'm not identifying features of characters that are making me attached to them or not. It's a very stupid base blindness reason that I have. Not with Setsuna, though. Seems like he's added an H to his name for some reason.
Oh yeah, he's been talking about both voices, Hallelujah and Hallelujah. I mean, all of them seem to have something in their past that is, you know, haunting
Yeah,
them.
it's weirdly like Celestial being praised on people with like a psychological weakness or something. Because humans are imperfect?
Yeah.
良いのですか？このままにしておいて。
私は感謝であって実行者ではないよ。私にできることは彼らを見つめ続けるのみ。たとえそれが滅びの道だとしても。
So so you're an observer, whatever that means.
Yeah, a UN observer. He's literally a UN observer.
Yeah, but to celestial being, not to.
No, he's a UN observer. He was. Remember, the episode started. I don't remember if it was the last episode of this one, with him being sent here by the United Nations.
Yeah,
he's not just like being flippant. He's also literally a UN observer. And assumedly, he might just be talking about the job he's there to do. Ribbon's gonna be like, "You're not gonna do anything." It's like, "I'm just an observer."
Yeah.
Just because it happens in the same episode as the space fight doesn't mean he's talking about the space fight. Also, that said analog monitors. The future, 300 years in the future, Tira is walking past a shop selling analog monitors.
So Lock-On has a twin brother, I think, and we saw in the last episode. Looked that way. Now, my theory about Hallelujah being a, someone made by the Human League Super Soldier program seems to be true. Unless we get another revelation contradicting it. So.
ソーマピーリスの存在がアレルヤにあるミッションを決断させた。それは過去への贖罪か。次回アレルヤ血の洗礼。それは神に背きし者の祝福。
Well, he's got one episode to figure it out.
Yeah.
If you want to like parse all of your your theory thought into one note, you got an episode to figure it out.
Yeah, apparently he's gonna go on a rescue mission to rescue all the other kids.
I didn't see that. Legitimately, that looked like the precursor to a revenge episode. So I don't know what you were seeing.
Either way,
I think said something like baptism in blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking the show even more. I know that the more time passes, the more happens, the more I'm liking it.
Well, it's good that you know that, I guess.
Will Louise go back home with her mother? Who knows?
The Shadow knows.
I doubt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more so can Saji impress himself upon her mother?
Or a backbone.
I don't know that he needs that. I just think he needs to be dogged enough to do whatever Louise says. Now that we're back on the real story of the show.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. Everything that the Celestial Being crew does is just a tangential effect on the story of Saju and Louise.
Well, that's one way to see it, yes.
Yeah, we're just seeing what happens to them. We're better understanding why they did the thing that then causes Louise's mother to come pick her up due to the state of the world.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's like we're watching like 5 minutes of the show and then 20 minutes of the backstory about why that thing just happened to those characters.
Still wondering what role exactly does Louise's mother have that she has so much pull? It's like, oh, there's traveling restrictions. Well, not for me because I'm rich.
Well, she says she has connections.
Yeah, but I want to know what those connections are.
Well, presumably somebody within the travel board.
No, but I mean, what does Louise's mother have from her own position that would give her those kind of connections? Because I could know somebody in the CIA. That doesn't mean like, I want to order a strike against,
Well, that's not what she's doing. It'd be different if she came over and she said, I ordered a strike against wherever the fuck it is that Saji lives.
Yeah.
That's not what she did. She said, I had connections and was able to travel.
Well, what are you? That most of our people don't have the kind of connections, which means she's, somebody high up in the government.
I mean, realistically, you say, I might know somebody at the CIA. Yeah, that might be so low level that they might be able to get you some travel, unrestricted travel. Hey man, is there anything you can do? I need to hop on this jet to get to the Bahamas or some shit like that, but they're not letting me because of the current road state. Maybe I can pull some strings. That seems like on that level. You're equating it to calling it a strike because you got a friend at the CIA. That's well above board.
I know, but I'm just exaggerating for effect.
Well, I'm just saying, that's how minimal the amount of connections might be needed for this. In which case, they might not actually explain.
True. But I'm still curious.
Obviously, I can't be.
But it gave me more insight on Louise and her situation. Because we know about Saji, his sister, and dead parents, although we don't know when the parents died, which could be also part of the picture as well. What happened to them? A car accident, I think they said. Yeah. So.
Sorry, I think we've seen a number of shots over like the last week of recording where I have been reminded of Reinhardt's mother's death from Legend of Galactic Heroes. Just walking down the road and someone getting killed in a car accident, or the implication that it could be happening.
That's all I gotta say. I'm thinking, racking my brain, what I want to say, but I don't have anything. I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Lessons, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?